Good morning, visionaries. Welcome to episode number 9 of Magic Mondays. I'm your guide, space holder, host, Sadie Hart. And if you're new, welcome. Welcome to our magic mindful moment on Mondays that we spend together. So we have been exploring some tools from the Artist's Way, a spiritual path to higher creativity. And those tools are morning pages and artist dates. I was able to get my artist date in at the 11th hour this week, and it was bike riding around Lady Bird Lake, which is right back here. Cost about $5 to rent a bike. So these activities don't have to be expensive. They just have to be intentional. So also, don't beat yourself up if you didn't get to it this week. You know, change takes time. It's like turning the Titanic around sometimes. It's like slow shifts in the trajectory. So maybe if you're really busy or have something crazy going on, like you're getting ready to have a baby, wink wink to one of our visionaries, maybe it's once a month, or maybe it's just really small increments of time, 10 minutes, even just doing having a magic Monday, having 10 minutes in the morning to meditate. Meditation is an artist date. Certainly that's you and the creator connecting. So anytime we're in prayer and meditation, honestly, that could be considered an artist date as well. So we don't want to beat ourselves up for not getting it in. It's been coming to me again and again how much I limit my options for play and fun, because I don't have money, because I have to be working harder. That workaholism, that hustling for my worth is so ingrained in me that I have a really hard time letting myself off the hook, letting myself play and have fun if I feel like there's something else that I need to be doing. And I've been here in Austin for 2 weeks now, with the exception of 5 days out in the desert for the songwriting retreat. And I've just been hustling this week, like taking action. I'm spending tons of money on tacos, and I'm beating myself up for that. And, I don't have a kitchen. I don't have a home. Living in my van right now. So I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm making sure I'm eating healthy. I'm going Whole Foods, and I'm not paying rent right now, so like I don't have to beat myself up for spending a little more in my food category. Although, like, I'm gonna start gaining weight if I keep eating so many tacos. So I'm really glad, and one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Austin was because it's such an active city. Man, there's just so many people biking, jogging, kayaking. It's just infectious. So how are your morning pages going, and how are your artist dates going? Please comment with your experience. Even if it's resistance, it's all welcome here. It's all a part of the journey, right? It's like ebb and flow. I've been pretty good about my morning pages, but I wanted to address some of when I asked at the beginning of the 6 weeks what we wanted to work on collectively. The 2 votes that I got were how to use affirmations and how to have a vision. And if you don't have a vision right now, if it's feeling kind of dark, like you're really searching for a long time and you're not being guided in any way, I want you to consider you might be in the middle of a dark night of the soul. When I was in my dark night, I hit a bottom, and it was after I did my yoga teacher training. And so a part of my dark night was that I was spiritual bypassing my experience. It's like a form of denial where you're trying to take the high road, you're trying to be spiritual about it, but no one gets through this life experience without some lows and challenges, adversity, struggle. So to be in denial about that is really doing ourselves a disservice, because we have to meet the shadow learn what it's teaching us, and that's how we move through it. The only way out is through. So I learned that the hard way and kind of spiritual bypass for a while until, I was able to meet life on life's terms, and it was a very painful process. I didn't have a vision for years. And what I will say is that morning pages are what are going to get us through. Morning pages, always. Finding a support group always is going to get us through. Getting a professional help like a counselor, therapist, and then finding whatever other healing modalities are nourishing for us. So I just wanted to say that if you don't have a vision, you might be in the fertile void, which is that time of darkness, a winter of the soul, a dark night of the soul where we're being prepared for what's next. And that's okay, even though it's so painful. And I understand what you're going through. And I have like many moments. Life is all about contraction and expansion. That's shown to us in the cycles and seasons of nature, including the moon phases. And we just had a full moon in Aries, and I don't know about you, but I've been feeling the intensity of that. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So if you imagine like the zodiac being born, like birth has this, it's like the spring. It's like when it's Aries season, it's April. So it's like this burst of energy, like the ramming into existence. And so it can be really intense, and the shadow of that is too much intensity, too much fire. It's a fire sign. So I've been feeling the fire, and what's beautiful about fire is that it's a strong catalyst for transformation, right? Alchemy. And so harnessing that energy for transformation is beautiful. And then tempering the fire, I've definitely been feeling this fiery, angsty anxiety of things not happening on my timeline and being in a bit of my own will. And so just noticing where maybe I could temper some of that fire with some grounding, some time in nature, and time in prayer and meditation, turning my will over to my higher power. That's kind of what's coming up for me around this time. And then it's also the hunter's moon, so it's the time to harvest what we've been working on, taking stock. We just had the autumnal equinox, so really just if any of this could be prompts for your morning pages or journaling time, just taking stock of this 9 months so far. It's been like this fertile time, these 9 months. That's what's coming up for me right now. And I just like to take a few moments to come inside and settle, and I'll stop talking at you. So let's just plant both feet on the earth, find a comfortable seat, remove any flesh from the sitting bones so you can really root down and connect with Mother Earth. Neutralize the pelvis, grow the spine long and tall, opening up the central channel of energy, Sushumna Nadi. Take the shoulders down the back, open the heart, spread the collarbone wide. Place the hands on the thighs so that this whole heart space can remain wide and open. Tuck the chin slightly so the neck and skull are in alignment. And feel yourself suspending from the tops of the ears and the crown of the head, connecting to Source, connecting to the universe, great spirit, great creator, higher power of your understanding. So suspending here perfectly between heaven and earth. Take a deep breath. On your next inhalation, fill up the soft pool of the low belly. Expand and widen. Allow. Exhale, soften. Let something go. Deep inhale, fill the belly. Let. Navel to spine, exhale, go. One more like that. Deep inhale, fill the belly, let. Exhale, go. So continue breathing deeply, steadily. Let the breath, the fresh prana nourish your cells, nourish your being. And allow your brain to rest as we sink into these restorative brain waves. Allow thoughts and feelings to arise and pass. So practicing our morning pages, practicing meditation, allowing spontaneous insight to arise on the page and in our mind's eye while we're in meditation. Those are great ways to allow space for a vision to emerge. So we're doing all the right things, just creating space with our Magic Monday and our Magic Mornings. And then as far as using affirmations, I'm just going to read from The Artist's Way. An affirmation is a strong, positive statement that something is already so. So we use affirmations to counteract all the negative beliefs, the negative core beliefs, the inner critical voice, and create new brain waves that take us over time to a more positive thought more regularly. So we can choose our thoughts. When we notice a critical thought, we can begin to become aware of this inner critic, this critical voice, and we can choose a new thought. So I choose love instead of this. Or we can use some of our affirmations. So some of them I've been posting in the group. I'm a channel for God's creativity, and my work comes to good. My dreams come from God, and God has the power to accomplish them. As I create and listen, I will be led. Creativity is the Creator's will for me. My creativity heals myself and others. I am allowed to nurture my artist. Through the use of a few simple tools, my creativity will flourish. Through the use of my creativity, I serve my higher power. And here are a few additional that I wrote. I deserve love. I deserve fair pay. I deserve a rewarding creative life. I have rich creative talents. I am a brilliant and successful artist. I am competent and confident in my creative work. So you can bring your hands to prayer at the heart and just allow an intention to arise for this week ahead, our 9th week together. What do you need this week? What are you calling in? What's on your heart? Maybe it's to carve out 30 minutes for an artist date. Call that in. It's already so. We'll send it out with one Om. Deep breath in. Om. Namaste, visionaries. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. I decided I'm gonna put the song in a separate video every week so that I have more time for the message, more time for meditation. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. That's it. Have a beautiful week. Mwah.